love.
Right, I got my main hoop all bent up and fits good. This is all the measurements that you need. I've done a whole video on how you actually measure up, so I'm not going to go through all that again, but I'll put a link to the video if you're interested in looking at that. There'll be a link in the description to that video. But 80-degree bend at the top, 7-degree bend here. I would normally make it so that this totals 180 degrees and these would be vertical, but the shape of the Mini, these sort of do want a bit of angle to them, so it's a few degrees off of vertical there. Now I'm going to bend up this, which is the front leg, which is similar. There's a bit more to this to get this right though, which I will show you in a second. Okay, so that is my front leg, which is all bent up to these measurements. And the tricky thing with these front legs is that you have an amount of twist in the tube to get this angle correct so that it follows the windscreen pillar. So if you imagine like this top line here, which it's going to follow along, is probably 100 mil over from the sill line at the bottom where it needs to end up. So this angle here not only needs to come straight down, but it needs to come over as well, whatever the difference between this bottom point of the sill here and this roof line where the top runs is. So that will be like an angle of twist, if you like, on this tube. So you have to work out how much you need to rotate the top of this tube, because I start at the top. I'll start from this point here, work my way along, do this bend. So when I come to do this bend, I need to know how much I need to rotate this to get this angle to follow down and then come straight down here. And you'll see on the Mini, what I was saying about the back, is this actually comes down at an angle. That's not coming down dead straight, it's sort of coming down at an angle. So there's less twist involved in this one. It's actually not far off of a straight bend, if you like. So on this one, the amount of twist I needed, which was basically the difference in angle between straight down and that, was 10 degrees. So what you saw me doing on the when I was bending it was, after I've done my first bend, I put this on the pipe with it set level, and then I can rotate it to my required degrees, 10 degrees in this case, and then do my second bend. And then when I come to do the other one, obviously you just rotate it the other way because it's going to be a mirror. And this is a tool that I made, and I've made a load of these, so if anyone's into doing this kind of work or tube work and you want one of these, I've got 10 for sale. Well, I've got 9 for sale, made 10. I'm keeping one, so I'll put a link to my eBay. I've got them for sale on eBay if you want one. I've also put a little kick back here to bring the end of that into where it meets the main hoop. So I'll show you how this fits now. Okay, so you can see how that kind of kicks back into the main hoop there. And then this actually will sit tight up in there. I should be able to, once I've got everything in, weld this. I can't really show you, but that's tight to the pillar and all the way along the top of there. So I should be able to weld this all the way along the body line, all the way down. And then it's tight right up to the front there. So that's a nice fit, happy with that. Right, so this is the point I'm up to. Door bars are all in. What you saw me doing a minute ago was ratchet strapping the main hoop, pulling the legs in so that I could get round the back of these, obviously to weld around the back of here, and same down in there. So you can see that's welded down in there. So yeah, I drop it down off the boxes to get around the top of all the tubes, and then I just pull the legs in, and it's easier. Although putting the door bars in now does make the rest of the build more annoying to have to keep climbing in and out all the time, it's easier to get them in, pull the legs in like that, and get them welded in fully now. And then the next thing is I can fully weld all the feet and everything in. So it's just about planning everything to make life easy for yourself, really. And this tube is quite springy stuff, so you can ratchet strap it, pull it, you know, I probably pulled that 2 inches in either side, and it springs straight back. This is now all welded. It's welded to the body all the way around. Welded all the way along the top. Welded all this side. Right, so that's the main structure of the cage is now done and welded in. I've not welded the foot boxes in yet because there's something else I need to do before I weld them in. I'm happy with the cage. It's really tight to the body, fits really well. It probably takes me about twice as long to do a cage that fits like that than it does to do one that maybe has like a 10mm tolerance all the way around. It's also much more difficult to move the cage around when you need to drop it down or move it, or like when I was pulling the legs in to get around the back. If you've got a little bit of a gap, a bit of a tolerance in the cage, it makes shifting it around to get to things a lot easier. When you make it so it's completely wedged in place, it does make life more difficult, and it does make the job take a lot longer. But if you're gonna attempt to do one for your first one, I wouldn't really worry about trying to get it to touch the body all the way around. When I first started doing them, I never did them like that. But obviously one of the benefits of having it super tight is that it saves space. So in such a tiny little car, I think for me it's worth the effort of trying to get it as far out the way as possible. But anyway, the job for the next video is going to be the finishing the back section, bringing the cage down to the rear wheel tubs, and I've got to tub the rear arches as well. So the welding machine competition has ended, and it was won by a chap called Paul Tolhurst. So congratulations, Paul, on that. I've got it all packaged up and it's on its way to you now. Thanks to everyone else who got involved in that. And if you didn't win and you do feel like you want to buy one of those machines, Rob has got them on Christmas special offer at Extreme Plasma at the moment. So I'll put a link to that in the description. So if you do want to buy yourself one, go and have a look on there. That's going to be it for this one. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one.